This is the Retirement Key Podcast with Abe Abich, founder of Abich Financial Services.
How you spend your first year in retirement could set the tone for the rest of it. So we don't want to mess this one up. We got 365 days, at least according to this article. So that's what we're going to unpack here today. This is Abe Abich, founder of Abich Financial Services. I'm Heather Branch, here to ask Abe what this means, how that first year can take so much gravity, can have so much gravity, can take so much of a toll over how the rest of our retirement's going to go. So, Abe, there's this article on Kiplinger.com, and it says, how you approach your first year of retirement will set the tone for your entire retirement. There are those who see the freedom and the savings, and they get real excited. And they start planning big fancy trips and renovating the kitchen and inviting all the kids to go on a Disney cruise, etc. Then there are those who fear running out of money so much that they rob themselves of the life that they've earned, that they've worked so hard for, and they spend too little. So information also says that it takes us about 2 years to really find our happy place, get into our retirement groove. Of course, nobody likes the word budget. It's a little bit of it's its own 4-letter word. Don't tell your wife budget. However, and we've talked a lot about the importance of income planning. You got to have income plan, but perhaps we need to start adding on the idea of you have an income plan and you also have a spending plan that goes right alongside it, so that we can find our stride. Is that a good assumption?
I think so. I think they kind of go hand in hand, right? You have your discretionary expenses and your non-discretionary. So your non-discretionary expenses are the bills that have to be paid every month, right? Okay. That might be $5,000 a month, $7,000, $10,000 for you, whatever it is. And then your discretionary is what you can decide and choose to spend money on. And those might be the trips. But I see the spending plan and an income plan really as one and the same. Right. We build income plans and roadmaps for our clients here every single day. And part of that income plan is, how can I enjoy the money I just worked 40 years to save? I'm 60, I'm 65, I'm 70. I want to enjoy it in my go-go years, not in my slow-go or no-go years. Yeah. And so how can I enjoy it? How can I create cash flow? How can I get this thing to work from an income standpoint, still grow it so that when I'm 85, 90, 95, that the money's still there, but I haven't lived with regrets. I've enjoyed it. Right. And so I think we should start changing the budget term. Like, I talked to my wife about this recently, a budget. She's like, Abe, I don't want no budget. I don't want a budget. Don't put me on a budget. And
nobody wants that, especially after years of working and saving. Yeah.
Yeah. What if we said it was a spending plan, right? Okay. Now we get to
much easier to manage.
That changes the mood a little bit, right?
Because now it's about spending the money, right? It actually, that's the actual word. Yeah.
And it should be. And you mentioned two categories of people, Heather. The one group that just spends way too much, and we kind of see that happen from time to time. I mean, sometimes people just go gangbusters on jewelry and travel. It's like, I'm free and I can spend. And we're like, whoa, you guys are taking out a lot of money. Do you realize what you're doing? Yeah. And we have to have this conversation sometimes. But I will say more often than that, people are being way too tight with their money, way too restrictive, because this is how they were when they were in their savings years, right? Yeah. In their working years, in their accumulation years. They weren't spending. They were so diligent and prudent and committed to getting to that number, to being able to retire with success and with dignity and with confidence at 60 or 65, that they didn't spend a lot. And this is why they have $3, $4, $5 million to start changing that mentality from, all right, I'm just not touching this thing at all, no matter what, and just beefing up the accounts every single year, to now taking money out is a very hard pill for people to swallow, even though that's why we saved it, because it's against what we've ever done for the last 40 years.
Right.
So part of our job as fiduciary retirement planners, and our firm primarily works with people 55 and older, is really getting them to understand this is what you saved it for. You just need an income plan. You need the permission to spend. You need to understand, Heather, that you and your husband are going to be okay. You have X amount of money saved. Here it is, all mapped out. Your Social Security, annuities, pensions, real estate, whatever it is. It's clear to us that you have enough money that you guys are going to be okay. And I want to now hear about how you're going to be spending it. And so giving clients the permission to spend by putting together a plan is one of our greatest joys. It's why we do what we do every day, because people are trusting us to manage their life savings to grow it, but to also help them enjoy it.
Yeah.
And so ideally, you're right in between those two groups of people, the people that are spending like crazy and maybe spending way too much, the people that aren't spending anything, the people that are going to have regrets when they get to 85 or 90, wishing that they had done the things they've already had always dreamed of.
Yep.
So I think being in that category of people that's kind of right in the middle, not too free, not spending too little, not being too tight, but really enjoying it and knowing that that plan can help you to do both.
Got it.
So I think a spending plan, I think the spending plan words is way better than a budget. I mean, budget just sounds restrictive and rigid, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like I've got to stay within this number every
It's like a
single month.
diet.
Well,
It's like a diet. Say, I'm on a diet versus saying, well, I'm trying to reach this health goal. It's just about, it's a mental thing. And, but we know it's how important the mental nuances are.
So I think there's three things to really consider when we are thinking about a spend down plan.
Okay.
Thinking about turning our nest egg into enjoyable monthly income that we can enjoy over the rest of our lives.
Yeah.
So let's change budget to spending plan.
Okay.
Spending plan is too rigid, too restrictive. Let's replace those words to make it feel less restrictive. And a plan that helps retirees align expenses with their priorities and adjust that as they learn what truly matters in their lifestyle coming up in retirement is what really matters.
Okay.
I would also understand that sometimes it can take a few years for things to kind of sort out and shake out, right? Yeah. Maybe one spouse retires, the other spouse is working. Both spouses are working full-time. Now both spouses are working part-time, right? Sometimes people retire at the same time, but a lot of times people don't. A lot of times one spouse just continues working part-time, consulting, whatever it is. So expect an adjustment period. And it takes some time to really understand that with a well thought out comprehensive plan, I mean, most people that we see are going to be okay. So they can grow the money, they can pass on money, and they can spend it and enjoy it while they're alive in retirement too. But it typically takes about 2 years to find your financial comfort zone at the point of retirement. This is a new season, a new phase of life for you that you've never experienced before. Working paycheck is probably gone. You probably punched out the clock. You're on your own time schedule now. During this time, tracking expenses and revisiting your plan regularly can prevent costly mistakes and reduce worry and anxiety. So with our clients, we meet with our clients typically 4 times a year. That really helps our clients throughout the year, whether the markets are up, down, choppy, smooth, to gain more and more confidence. The more and more you talk about things, just like seeing a doctor, right? You know, I go see a doctor for my eyes twice a year, and that gives me comfort. And lets the doctor see what's going on too, right?
Yeah.
Flexibility is key for success. Your spending in retirement's not linear. It's not going to go straight up for the rest of your life. It'll probably go up those first 5, 7, 10 years, smooth out, get into your 70s, realize that you've done some things. Maybe you start spending a little bit less. Get into your 80s, those slow go years, maybe 75 to 85, you're slowing down, but you're still alive. And then in our later years, even later than that, 85 to 95, we could be spending more money for healthcare costs and things like that.
Yeah.
So being flexible is a key component for retirement success. Plans should allow for changes. Look, your health is going to change. Your hobbies are going to change. Travel can shift from time to time. Building in flexibility ensures retirees can enjoy freedom without jeopardizing long-term security. And I would add to that, working with a phase 2 fiduciary retirement planning firm that specializes in working with people 55 and older for all of these things, who can help to take a nest egg, that big bucket of money you've worked 40 years to build, into spendable, enjoyable income is really key. Because if you continue to work with what we call a phase 1 advisor at a big box firm who's just focused on investment selection, picking stocks, rate of return, that's really important. That's one piece. You now want to turn it into money you can enjoy, right? What does this mean for me? What does this rate of return mean for cash in my bank account that I can spend and enjoy each month? That's what most retirees want to know.
Right. Well, helping us figure these things out, being that phase 2 financial advisor and retirement planning firm like you are at Abish Financial, you are here to help folks go through this process, go through these steps. A great place to begin, aside from watching this YouTube video or listening to this podcast. Obviously, you're already investigating and seeking out the information. But Abe took the time to write down a lot of his thoughts in this book, The Retirement Mountain, The 7 Steps to a Long-Lasting Retirement, is a quick read. I think not even quite 100 pages, Abe. You got a lot of useful information in here, but it's not overwhelming either. That's the other thing I think a lot of people feel about financial books. They're like, do not give me a financial book. These people speak in lingo that I do not understand. You keep it really simple. It's a quick and easy read, and it's a great way to really kind of think about this perspective, like you were just talking about in some of these points here.
Yeah, I mean, step 1, develop a retirement income plan and roadmap.
Yep.
Step 3, your withdrawal and distribution plan. And
Yep.
I think whenever we help someone that's coming over from what we call a big box firm, the biggest firm names in the country, they're typically leaving that advisory firm because the focus was always rate of return and investment. And they're like, well, I've got $3 million now. I have $5 million now. Yeah, I care about the return, obviously.
Yeah.
That's how I got here.
Yeah.
Or one of the ways that I got here. Tell me how I can enjoy it.
Right.
Then also tell me how I can protect and preserve it from all the risks along the way, right? And so that's what a phase 2 retirement plan does.
Right. Well, that's what Abe and his team are. They are here to be for you. Also want to make sure that you know about your opportunities to get your hands on a book. Anyone who comes into the office gets a free copy of the book. You can also buy it on Amazon or download the audio version on Amazon. If there are links we've got posted in the show notes, so you can click there to do that, or you can download a free PDF copy. Again, Abe did not write this book to become some sort of international author bestseller. He did it because he wants you to have this information. He wants to get it into your hands and into your heads, because as you get to this next phase of life, you've earned it. You shouldn't be afraid to spend your money. Abe wants to see you have success and happiness in this next phase of life. Abe and the entire team at Abish Financial do. So if you have questions, if you want to start the conversation, theretirementkey.com is our website and where you can go to start a conversation with Abe and his team. We also have links posted in the show notes. Let's get to work helping you not have a budget. It's not a budget. It's a spending plan.
A spending plan.
That's right. Tell your spouse.
Permission to spend.
Permission to spend your money. That's what we want to see happen for you. So visit us at theretirementkey.com.
Thanks for listening to the Retirement Key Podcast with Abe Abich. To learn more about Abish Financial Services, visit theretirementkey.com. And join Abe for his radio show, The Retirement Key, Saturdays at 8 a.m. and 2 p.m. and Sundays at 8 a.m., 2 p.m., and 5 p.m. Abish Financial Wealth Management is a registered investment advisor with the SEC. Registration as an investment advisor does not imply a certain level of skill or training, and the content of this communication has not been approved or verified by the United States Securities and Exchange Commission or by any state securities authority. The information contained in this material is intended to provide general information about Abish Financial Wealth Management and its services. It is not intended to offer investment advice. Investment advice will only be given after a client engages our services by executing the appropriate investment services agreement. Information regarding investment products and services are provided solely to read about our investment philosophy and our strategies.